Hey everyone, it's Randy Nunez, your host on Between the Chalk Lines podcast, where it's all baseball talk all the time, every week. And this week is special because we're talking postseason baseball. We're already out of the wild card and now going into the Division Series games for National League and American League. Game one will be right after you watch this podcast where I break down the pitching, basically matchups for the teams, all four teams. So Boston is out, Reds are out, the Guardians are out, and the what was it? Yeah, Boston, Cleveland, Cincinnati, and I am totally blanking on the last team. Chime down in the comments and tell me who I forgot. I'll probably remember later, but I do know that I have to remind you about the Colt Keith rookie 2024 select relic here for the October giveaway. All you have to do is go to the Between the Chalk Lines Instagram, find a photo of this card that I posted, subscribe to the channel, and like it, comment done. That's it, and you're in for the card. So, going to the matchups, we're looking at Philly and the Dodgers. Probably the biggest ticket on the day tomorrow, Saturday, when you watch this show. I have some interesting information, some details about the pitchers that we have slated to start. Philadelphia has Christopher Sanchez. In his last 15 starts of 2025's regular season, he had a 2.31 ERA with 101 and a third innings pitched, with exactly a 1.00 whip. So that's walks, hits per inning pitched. Sanchez is going to be the bedrock of the Phillies pitching staff. Obviously, that's why he's starting game one against Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani only threw 47 innings in 2025. That's less than half of what Sanchez threw in his last 15 starts of the 25 season. But in those 14 games, he had 62 strikeouts in the 47 innings he threw. And I want to say he has thrown exactly 100 games, or pitched in 100 games, going into this NLDS game one with a 39-20 record and exactly a 3.00 ERA to his name. So, Phillies, Dodgers, pitching is going to be the name. I said it during Barber, actually, yesterday, that pitching was going to be the star of the Yankees versus Red Sox game 3 of the wild card. And lo and behold, Schlittler threw 8 shutout innings for the Yankees, helped save that bullpen. And that's who we're going to bounce to next. The Yankees don't have a starting pitcher for ALDS Game 1 against the Blue Jays. So, we're going to talk about the Blue Jays, who have Kevin Gausman, a veteran, and his last 15 starts of 2025, he had a 2.97 ERA with 96 strikeouts and a whip of only 1.01. So he's going to limit the walks, the hits, every inning, every start, normally. So we have to see how the Yankees offense plays against Kevin Gausman. All of these guys that I'll be talking about are elite. They're legitimate aces who should not be just brushed off. And I remember the other team who got bounced yesterday. It was the Padres. Sorry it took me so long, but there you go. So, Kevin Gausman versus to be announced maybe later tonight, Friday, or Saturday morning, tomorrow, when you watch or listen to this podcast. Subscribe and like. Thank you. I'm going to move to probably my personal favorite series, ALDS, Seattle versus Detroit. Detroit does not have a pitcher slated yet for this game. So we're going to talk about Kirby, who I had on my fantasy baseball team. He did fantastic. His last 15 starts, it also, just like Gausman, had 96 strikeouts and only 20 walks. So just over one walk a start in his last 15 starts. Had a 8-4 record. I don't have his ER in front of me, but his ERA was probably the high 2.9s or low 3s in those 15 starts. So this guy, again, certified, bona fide ace, whatever you want to call him, he's going to throw 6-7 innings, I would say, for Seattle. Detroit really has to come out throwing someone with a good arm. I don't know who. Could be someone on short rest. Could be just, honestly, I don't know their pitching staff as far as the rotation, so I couldn't even guess who their starter is for the Tigers. But the last matchup is Freddie Peralta of the Brewers against the Cubs. Again, to be announced. The Dodgers had Shohei ready for Game 3 of the wild card, or Game 1 of the NLDS. This is the last division series and the last National League division series. So, Freddie Peralta, his last 15 starts of the season, he was 8-2, had a 2.43 ERA with exactly 100 strikeouts in only 77 2/3 innings pitched against the Cubs to be announced. So we'll find out either tonight, Friday, or Saturday morning when you're watching this. 9 o'clock Pacific, noon Eastern. Who the Cubs, Yankees, and the Tigers are throwing out. So 3 teams had to make a crucial decision because although this is a 5-game series, you don't want to start on your back foot. You want to start pushing. So the Cubs, Yankees, Tigers all want to throw a starter out there who will give them innings and not give up runs, obviously. But someone who'll give them the chance to show up and, get them to the championship series. But that's in a little bit ways. So, first 3 wins, good luck. I'm cheering for Shohei. As an Angels fan, I still like Shohei. But if the Phillies beat them out of 5, I won't cry. So, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the division series. And I'll see you next week.